All right. Afternoon, everybody.
Jack, what did you make of your defense last week?
I like the first, third, and fourth quarters. I thought we played some good football in spurts. We're looking to have more consistency in what we're doing, but there were some real bright spots in the game. And, a couple things we'd like to do better, but the effort has been really strong. And I feel like we're improving.
And Benjamin looked pretty comfortable outside. What do you attribute that to, and is that something you look at maybe in the future?
Yeah, he stood up. Benjamin did a good job. Late in the week, Will had some issues and wasn't able to go, and Benjamin stepped up and did a nice job for us. So, yeah, we're looking to play good football, whatever we can do.
The way Duron and John Allen are playing together with their games up front and everything, what do you make of those two? Are they kind of at another level or a higher level than they were last year?
I like the way the D-line group is working as a whole. I think the leadership has been very strong, both John and Duron. Both two really good football players. So, yeah, I like the way they're approaching things.
And when you mentioned you saw a lot of bright spots on the film, what were some of them that really stood out to you?
I'm moving on. I understand. I'd rather just talk about what we have coming up in Dallas and move on. There's definitely some bright spots, some good things that occurred, and we need to keep the good things good and work on some of the things that are not as good, being more consistent there.
In terms of looking back a little bit, also looking forward, what did you notice with Cam Curl back in the lineup, and how can his impact continue to shape this defense?
Great to have Cam back. He is has a kind of a calming influence on the group. I think he's so reliable, and his communication is so strong. His understanding of what we're doing is so strong. So great to have him back.
And with Cooper Rush, limited film, but a guy who's been in the league for a while, how are you going about preparing for him?
Yeah, there's plenty of film. He's doing a nice job directing the offense. He gets rid of the ball quickly. He's led them late in two close games and been able to help them pull out a win. So, we're going through studying all the Cooper Rush tape we can and getting ourselves prepared.
Ron was saying for the explosives that you guys are at least in position to make plays. What did you kind of make of those? And then was there something that clicked for you guys in terms of being in better position? Was it just better execution? What did you kind of see?
Yeah, I feel like we have a good handle on what's going on and why, and working hard to rectify it, and that's what we have to do. That's definitely one of our must get that part going. I think a lot of things improve when we do, and we're working hard at that.
And with Jamin, he had a couple of the plays that he was there for the contain for Hurts. What have you seen from him in terms of rushing the passer, and is there something about his game that suits that area?
Well, he's got a lot of speed, so if you have a guy that can run, he can certainly track him and get him down. And there were a couple examples of him doing just that in the game. So I want him to continue to grow and work hard and develop the way he is, and he'll make the plays when he has an opportunity.
Montez Sweat, obviously he's done some good things, but that sack number, what do you tell him about focusing on that or when those will come?
Yeah, sacks and turnovers come in bunches, and you just got to, play and compete and really be focused on, each guy focused on what he can do for us, and then we put it all together on game day. And but I think he's doing a great job. I think he's affecting a lot of things that don't necessarily show up in the stat column, but he's playing good football.
Another guy at that position, Shaka Tony, obviously a lot of potential there. Where is he at in his developmental curve?
Yeah, a lot different scenario. One guy was a 7th-round pick and special teams contributor, and one guy's a first-round talent. But we expect all our guys to prepare, play well, they're getting opportunities. We've had a bunch of injuries we've been able to kind of withstand, and we should start getting guys healthier and get them back into play. But I like the way the group's working overall. I think, working hard, and I think Z's doing a good job with the group.
Jack, when you guys made your final cuts, you put Danny Johnson and Cornelder ultimately on practice squad, and you had picked up a couple other guys off waivers, and you had to use Wild Goose this week. For you, like how challenging is it to get these young guys who don't have a lot of experience, who are new to your system, up and ready? And obviously Wild Goose had to actually play this week. How challenging is that versus guys like Johnson and Elder who kind of at least knew your system?
Yep, that's the challenge. Adding young talent to a group and developing them and working with them as quick as possible. I like the way Wild Goose approached things. He got a little grabby on a play early that got called, but overall he did some real solid things for us. So we'll keep developing them and working with them, and it's good to have the other guys, like we do.
And what's that balance between trying to develop some of these young guys in real time, but you're also trying to win and having them perhaps have to learn in a real game?
Everything's about winning, so it's all about win first. But in order to win, you've got to develop. And sometimes you get a guy that's playing that just got here, but the position was kind of decimated, and he needed to play like the week he got here. And that was the case with Ridgeway, who actually is going back to where he was drafted this year. So, those things happen. It's fluid. We just, to me, what we've got to focus on, do the best we can to zero in, to teach, help the guys understand, and create a role that they can execute, and then let them grow and let them play. And so you're constantly going through that as the year goes on. Injuries occur and different things happen and different opportunities to acquire talent. And I know the scouting department is always going to work hard to try and bring us the best players that we are capable of getting, and we're going to work hard as coaches to develop those guys, get them ready to play.
As you said, sacks and turnovers often come in bunches. Are there things that you're like, what do you look at to try and maybe create some of those situations for them, and how much are you looking to,
awareness? We know about our turnover tape. I think we talked about that a little bit in the past. We weekly emphasize that, with instruction and opportunities to learn from how things are happening around the league and things, and drills that we've done from the beginning of time. We got turnovers in bunches throughout the offseason, and really I'm surprised we haven't got them going yet, but they come, and we will, and we'll get ours. And so we keep pushing, keep playing. It's like anything, you have designs, how you'd like to see things go. They don't always go exactly like you'd like, and the key is as a competitor, get yourself prepared, go out there and compete again, and got an opportunity in Dallas coming up.
What have you seen from that with the offensive line? There's been changes on their line. Ezekiel Elliott's a little bit older now, but what have you seen from that run game and what they still do well?
Yeah, they're a good group. They've got a talented O-line. They've got two backs that are really good at what they do, and they've got really good design. So it'll be a challenge for us to get them slowed down.
Last one.
I realize you're going against their offense, but just from a defensive perspective, what makes Micah Parsons so good at what he does?
He's had a great start to his career. So explosive athlete, I think, is the main thing. Guy plays hard. All right, appreciate it. Thanks.